We're gonna just get started with some circles on the ball. Just warming the hips up. Make sure you switch directions. Also add a little ankle stretching in if that feels good. Some pointing and flexing. I'm going to move into pelvic tilts, but don't go into an anterior tilt, just stay in neutral. Exhale, scooping your lower abdominals, tilting into a posterior. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, lower abdominal scoop, tilting the pelvis. Inhale to neutral. Just continue moving with your breath. Imagining closing your ribs as you scoop those lower abdominals toward your pubic bone. Moving into a side stretch. Inhale your right arm overhead. Keep it just in front of you so you can see it out of your peripheral vision. And then exhale, slightly bending. You want to feel the stretch all along the right side and imagine keeping space. You can even push against the ball a little bit with your left arm if you want. Go ahead and lower, just switch sides. Inhale, left arm overhead. Exhale. Making sure you can see that arm. A more natural line for the shoulder, less stress on the neck. Just making space, pushing against the ball. I'm going to move into single-sided leg lifts, starting with the right side. Just take a minute, make sure your pelvis is in neutral, that natural curve in the spine. And on your exhale, going to exhale, lifting just the right leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lower abdominals in. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lower abdominals in. Keeping the core engaged the whole time. Expanding the breath through the rib cage as we inhale. Exhale, bringing the rib cage back together. Just keep moving with your breath as much as you can, trying to keep your pelvis as sturdy as possible. This is both really great for our deep core and balance. Exhale, lift, small lift. Inhale, lower. Make sure you're not flexing. Don't round your lumbar spine as you lift. Keep your pelvis in neutral. Go ahead and switch sides, left side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift. Abdominals in. Inhale, release. My balance is really bad when I'm trying to talk. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Using those lower abdominals to help hold your pelvis in place, as well as your obliques. Obliques up here. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. You might also want to notice if one side is a little more difficult than the other. Most of us have side-to-side imbalances in one way or another. And again, make sure as you lift your knee, you're not rounding your lumbar spine. We want the pelvis to stay where it is. This is a small lift. Lower abdominals holding the pelvis. Hip flexors lifting the leg. You can even put your fingers down on those lower abdominals and make that connection as you do this. Feel them working. We're going to add an extension this time, doing the exact same thing with the right side. So this time we're going to inhale to prepare, exhale, inhale, extend, exhale, inhale, release. Exhale, knee up, inhale, extend, try to keep the pelvis straight, exhale, bend, inhale, release. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Just keep going, move with your breath. This is supposed to be fairly difficult. This is for the deep core, hip flexors, quads, knees, and balance. Inhale, exhale, inhale down. You may find it a little easier, arms out, whatever works for you. Just make sure you keep your palms out. Exhale, and release. Last one. Inhale, exhale, release. Switching sides. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Inhale, point. Exhale. Inhale, release. Exhale, knee up. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, knee bends. Inhale, release. Keep moving with your breath. Using your obliques to help with balance while you've got that leg up in the air. Lower abdominals and obliques holding you in place. Hip flexors and quads, activating that movement. Did you hear my knee crack? You start to feel tension in your low back. Really pull those lower abdominals in, scoop them in. Should help relieve some of that. Last one. Exhale. Inhale, lower. Good. We're going to move on to our stomachs. We're going to do a little bit of plank rocking here. This is good for our scapular stabilizers, our serratus anterior, and we're also going to stretch into the backs of our legs, specifically our calves. So come up onto the ball in a high plank. Make sure you're positioned or supported underneath your belly and your pelvis. And when you're ready, inhale back, keeping your shoulders down and away from your ears, driving your heels toward the floor. Exhale forward on the balls of your feet, scooping those lower abdominals in, pushing your pelvis into the ball. Inhale, release the scoop, pelvis comes into neutral, stretching into the backs of the legs. Exhale, lower abdominals pull in, pelvis tucks into the ball. Inhale back, moving with your breath. I don't want you to feel this working in your glutes. Don't squeeze your glutes on your exhale. Just those lower abdominals, pulling them toward your pubic bone, and then tucking it into the ball. You should feel it up through your obliques, not through your glutes. Back. Okay, we're gonna stay right where we are, moving into leg extensions. Make sure you're supported under your pelvis. And then with your right leg, just gently turn it outward so that your heel is more toward the inside of your leg. And when you're ready, on your exhale, a small pulse, using that glute to lift. Exhale, inhale, release. Exhale, inhale, release. This is a small movement. This is not about how high you can go. Really use the side of your glutes to pull that leg up. Rotating the leg outward helps us get into those glutes. But not if we swing up too high, then we get into the low back. Slow and controlled, exhale, inhale, release. Exhale, inhale, release. I'm going to do these for a little while. Really getting into those smaller muscles. Go ahead and just switch sides. Rotate that left leg out just a bit. Pointing the toes. Heel toward midline. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Small movement. I'm imagining the pulling coming from the side back of my butt, not my hip. That's where I'm lifting from. And if I feel any strain in my low back, I'm going too high. Exhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. A few more. Should be really burning in that left glute now. And release. Moving into wide-legged squats with an option to put a lightweight band around the outsides of your thighs. Feet at about 10 and 2. Taking a moment to make sure I have neutral pelvis, that I'm not rounding forward. And I'm doing very slow bounces so that I'm lifting through my heels into my glutes. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower if you want to slow it down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. I'm just barely shifting my weight off of the ball and onto my heels, keeping my pelvis in neutral. Feeling all of that weight shift back to my glutes. And this time, if you want to use a block or a Pilates ball, you don't need to leave the band on. I'm just doing it for time's sake. We're gonna squeeze inward, same thing. You can either just do small bounces like this, or option to Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. And I'm squeezing my legs together as I'm lifting off. This feels similar to a chair pose in yoga, but again, we want to keep that neutral spine. No flexion, don't let it round forward. Exhale, lift. That will keep the weight out of our low back. Exhale, lift. Lower. Exhale, lift. Really squeezing that ball when you come up. Working those inner thighs. Exhale, lift. And lower. Just a couple more. Last one. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Go ahead and get this out of your way. Moving into an external rotation with a band. Grab your lightest band, elbows in at the rib cage, palms up, hands out like you're serving something on a platter, and then secure the band with your thumb against the inside of your, forefinger. Make sure you've got just enough tension that you can feel it. On your exhale, opening your hands, keeping your elbows connected to your rib cage. Inhale back in, as much as possible, trying to keep all of those straight lines, not breaking the wrist. Inhale back in, like you're opening and running your hands along a piece of glass, along the underside, trying to stay as straight as possible. Exhale, open. Inhale back in. Working those mid-back muscles, opening the chest, and working those scapular stabilizers and rotator cuff muscles. A few more. Exhale, open. Inhale, release. Last one. Exhale, open. Inhale, release. We're going to move into reach forwards, which are for the serratus anterior, those finger muscles that go underneath the scapula. So wrap the band around your shoulders, sort of where your bra would go if you wear a bra, whether or not you wear one. And then we're going to grab the band kind of the opposite direction, coming up over the tops of the thumbs, grabbing it this way, elbows in at the rib cage. On your exhale, reaching forward, keeping everything nice and firm, core locked tight. Inhale back, exhale, reaching forward, imagining using those muscles underneath the scapula to help you as you reach forward. Exhale, staying nice and heavy in your shoulders. You don't have to push them away from your ears, just let gravity do its job. Inhale the elbows back in. Exhale, reaching forward. Inhale back in. Exhale, reaching forward. Don't break the wrist. I don't mean that literally, I mean just keep it straight. Could go either way for a number of us. Last one. Inhale, release, good. We're gonna move into tricep extension. Go ahead and just bring the band over your right shoulder, holding it with my left fist behind my back like this. Making a 90-degree angle with your elbow up. Again, we're gonna make sure we keep the hand and the wrist straight. Exhale, bending at the elbow. Inhale, release. This is for the tricep, so you want to mostly feel this in the tricep. Inhale, release. And if you're struggling with any tension in your shoulder, keep your elbow a little bit below your shoulder. Inhale, release. It's better to be a little bit below than a little bit above. Exhale. Good. Really keeping that elbow in toward the midline. Don't let your arms stray away from the center of your body. Exhale. You should be feeling this in your core as well. A lot of these really just using our core to help us balance while we're doing all of this on the ball. Last one. Go ahead and switch sides. Bringing it over your left shoulder, hanging on with your right fist. Getting that 90-degree angle. When you're ready, exhale. Using that tricep, inhale, bending at the elbow. Just moving with your breath. Trying to keep that lower body as sturdy and still as possible. Exhale. And again, if you're feeling it a little bit too much in your shoulders and not enough in your triceps, just lower your elbow a little bit. Really squeezing those triceps at the end right here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, release. Just a couple more. Last one. Good. Last move, we're going to move into bicep curls. So you can use the same band, or if you want to grab one that's just a little bit heavier, we're going to go ahead and put it under balls of our feet. And I want you to grab it with your palms up and facing outward. We're going to do this as an external rotation, so rather than pulling straight up, we want to keep our elbows at our sides, but about 45 degrees. When you're ready, on your exhale, just using your biceps, inhale, release, exhale, inhale, release, keeping the elbows in at the rib cage. Really make sure keep that pelvis in neutral. Don't let it tuck or tilt as you're moving. Abdominals and obliques, keeping that where it is. Inhale, exhale, abdominals in, rib cage closes. Biceps do the work. 3. Inhale, lower. 2, exhale, release, last one, hold it, good, inhale, release. That's it, you have finished your workout. If you want to just do a little ball draping, this is one of my favorites. If this feels okay for your head today, I'm just going to start on the back. Whatever feels good here. And just slowly, maybe making your way onto your tummy and draping this way. Whatever feels good. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this workout. I hope you feel a little bit more comfortable in your body. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you want an immersive version of this where I don't do any talking other than giving you pose changes. Bye.